Emo akwa banfambra Nnawotwe dwumadi so on Adom TV and Asampa 94.7 FM. Your friend Samuel Kojo Brace. Na answer na yebeto aso no mamema Kofi Yaro. Dodo na afre no Kofi Dagati. Ene na woda Kofi woda party Nyankopon yira papa. Ontun kwem no nya okese. Omo akoma da bisade nyinara ombrem Kofi Yaro ewo agona nkwanta. Na woda nti Kofi nyamano meza do wanu no ya. Na yira baba ye okezire eyo wa Adom no eva wa Adom no na wo ma wa honozo de ma apaka nyamu ane ere no eva ma awoda baba be e wo eva ma Kofi Yaro Kofi Dagati yeah Bedu Isaac yeah ma memfa ombre mo yeah only chairman Nyaadwe when he says
yes
I mean being picky
yes
in telling the state of a nation, Nnawotwe was a president. I'm just going to give you 3 minutes on that now. Another part.
Let me act to the summer president can about the agenda 111. Say in a prudent manner. No. Say ye amamu no say ye be si ama Ghana for hotoma. Nanka sika ya spend no ye betimi dey see 22 of the agenda 111 hospitals no ama ya yusu ama Ghana for hoto but MPP for who say asem na nkeni kwan say oka but me from where I stand any obi a o ye business minded person bi a be catch say nanka e be prudent say sika e dey awura mu no a ya spreading across the whole nation na ye ncham enya result no say nke ye dey 622 no am ye wie am na ye adwuma enka eno no very good for Ghanaians to appreciate because onim Ghana the way ye city no obi abusuani ni obi ewo mantem wo but what I say ana ye nipa baako ukọ baabi a me free a ye Brekum East and West me free Brekum West from Brekum East to Brekum West no bare 5 minutes drive and Brumbo. But what I say, Inti Senka ye see agenda 111 no between Brekum East and West, and I say if one district there, say Brekum West Kramponi ye see near here. Brekum East for no can have access to that hospital. Okay. Hospital wo yare. Yen ka say we si obi krom to near doko ha wo nkwaja yare sa ho nto. But what I say, ye won krofo mo sunyane. E ba emergency a. Omo say omo ye Sunyane Regional Hospital no teaching hospital. But there be ambulance twam free all no mbeti Nkokumasi.
Okay.
Teaching hospital, yes, I referral. Yeah, you referral. One teaching hospital to another teaching hospital. It's just the name that they changed. So facilities I was saying was Sunyane Hospital one anyhow. Into the American say it means see Brekum, even one anyway, yeah. 2 constituencies and I said districts, you know, can have access to one hospital now. I agenda 111 years ago. And what was the intention in this agenda 111? It was meant say COVID by you know the way I see a sofa na baby okra just a park so near ko isi tent near the nipa kwa kugu no and no that was the idea until the agenda 111
yeah
no not dan go forward by no go see 84 no he couldn't complete it and I say what the big can na na 101 na me boa o the 84 no musen kra no wie 84 no the deadline is by ya e di be because at that time no Nia receive a lot of funding. But what I say, from IMF, from World Bank, individuals, OBI contribute, and you see the basis agenda 111, of which previously 84. And the intention was to fast track the building of that hospital. Send a beya, a bit me solve some emergency situation now, a bemuno. And they COVID in the hall. See, down also my over Tanaha, or say, where's it 3? Where we work commission 2? Why you say? And you see, yawaha and a lot of projects are on commission in room now upia outside no a portray different thing inside no is also different thing.
Okay.
But what I say because will be I don't know commissioner. I was saying nipa ho mo ye adwuma. What post nipa mo ye adwuma they are working. Then you go and commission. Nipa ni ho mo ye adwuma. Now o see adin so na open inside no facilities on be use there ye adwuma is not there. What's what we are commission you say hospital so your lab your OPD your surgical centers, everything is there. Into me, so we go no yarea. Necessary facilities in Inua. How do you say so you have completed the hospital?
But what come who say again one commission?
I found surgical and your theater and yard. And
I'm saying once what come say
I've not had the chance to go there.
Okay.
But the make say be anywhere. Maybe not here. Obia ko so akosa ne ho yare
that's
an operation.
That could be true
because surgical center. But I'm here surgery.
But so we say, so President said youth unemployment has led to despair and frustration. The latest estimates show that up to 2 million youth are unemployed. This poses a major security risk for our country and requires urgent attention. Based on it, on when we right to then question say, Adentina Osake, say youth no more employment. If you are talking about the state of the nation, I would say unemployment is high.
You see, you cannot, in the course of say Yaltuaba, me say, oh, say no money be over. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and no more dear go claim a year 10 billion Ghana cedis big push is coming to create employment. About what I say. But Obusa will say see a budget amodi jai, of which budget in Kwananga some reading somewhere in November thereabout. More reading am be reading no be budget na mo e ho no. Can it cater for Nkofona Modio Mugumuna Mofa Mujmanana? It cannot cater for it. And young budget, and a debate your more form, Ejuma. A yen and a yebe creati, and I say a bay budget. Now, ye are employing Kofo. Now, you baby idea will be about question. Nkofona will employ woman. You see, diminishing return set in when you employ additional staff. Juma and Papa could beat me. Now, Omu produce less. That is what has happened. Oko MMDC is in MMDA is in Metropolitan Municipal District Assembly is in coordinating directors, deputy coordinating directors. Now first year were administration and then the other I think there were two. Okay. Now don't go for deputy coordinators. Oko baby and nipa be 20. No good them. They were running shifts. We quite real. Now we are quite
24 hours.
And not 24 hours.
The normal shift.
We meet me 1 week. Because Oba baby or better quite a problem. A Jumana Nipa Munibes one way, you the Nipa be 20 a year. Results no heifer. Your revenue generation is also no any idea. One my years and Nipaneka.
Okay.
So you have to create additional maybe agency and Abibia. What is Anglophone? They will work and bring revenue to the state. But what I say, so we are not saying say Yasaki but we need to put them at a place Omobeya Juma a day in Fasudi Ebere. Ebebro my name can cause threat to the state.
All right, you.
So it's himself any panel number so it's also another threat.
Okay.
To the state.
Obet major comment on your Facebook wall, mention my father kind. But still on the State of the Nation address, and moving on to your second issue, is looking at Mahama, the economic recovery and the corruption fight agenda. OTN say, Mr. Speaker, as part of our Operation Recover All Loot policy, I have already tasked our investigative bodies to bring the culprits of the National Service Ghost Name scandal to justice. Such brazen theft of public funds must be stopped and punished. It is estimated that the criminal addition at some point of more than 80,000, so you are right there, more than 80,000 ghost names could have yielded a suspect over 15 million cedis a month. Unfortunately, some of the suspects are believed to have absconded from the country. I have directed that they be declared wanted and their assets traced and frozen until investigations are completed. To achieve legally robust regime to govern national service, I have and all kinds some bebrina de can on how on person tackle corruption there. I mean starting few.
Yes, can we link about money home make a crack.
Me starting first one for to their money. Yeah, my mom 5 minutes. No, my mom 5 minutes. Mama 5 minutes, yeah.
You see, your book of mine in such a way, say, and now Obi can say Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Obetumi atena se nya asomdwe pa. Nanka wo say some of these things or hwese enyoma ekoyi. So that wa Kofi a ogina home on started thinking about some of these things. Because nem nim say adeso ba ko eda ne ti so pa ye. Ne nkofo a ode omo eye adwuma enei omo fa kwan bi so. Ama oman no akwa hihiem in terms of corruption. Because bebre no eba ne ti so ana say ebeto ne na so. But when to me anya ho hwe. But you see, we are not going to leave any stone unturned. Ora no information o manya nyina, we are going to push it to the appropriate quarters for reference. As some way, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama yi. Say enkura ya di omo akoso omo koye national service. Omo sika omoje, 715 Ghana cedis. What I say?
Yeah.
Say sika we ya echo ghost names echo obi botom no. Nka ebetimi de I increase omo allowance no kura mana ko 1000 na nkura na setenema tumpon. One person anyo obi ase oba na omo no amamu no ma na mi say ma no nim sika di cheme ma no.
Om to set time akro said the name.
You get it? Amma enna me ne wo kasai. Ghana akwa hohiehiem. Say sika ya akodi ma me yensemi. Say we multiply within a year. About 58 million
akodi mame bensem.
Oh, sir, nipa ye kana se mi.
Yeah, bro, bogo bedia.
The point is that President Nang se nipa baako or a group of people. It won't mean and narrow it down to one person.
So National Service Secretariat.
That's fair because he mentioned it. Yeah.
Ultimate bomodin. This says Kawi. Akogu omo ankasa omobutom. At the expense of Ghanaians taxpayers money. Na ohwe busomi bia sika o multiply we multiplication na be 58 million Ghana cedis every month. And a individual's pocket. National Service Secretariat. Now we're in a period of 4 years or 8 years. Sika na yesi edikosi agenda 111 e bro sawo. Go multiplication within a period of 8 years. I come 5.8 billion.
8 years because if you listen to President Ankasa Nsamokan, I'll say at some point of more than 80,000. There's an say 2017.
Right.
Yeah.
So in any case, there has been some amount of money Ghana lose in terms of corruption. At the expense of Ghana taxpayers' money. Now media me adeba question I marry Hawkes say enkwaya omo national service. Sika ye di ma omi. Ene hwe baby obi te wako high dining at the krana. It's not enough for them. Nti nipa na ehun nkura we mu mobo. Ehun nante e binum nante from a longer distance. E de ko baby omo ya post omo so omo koye adwuma no. Se sika we se nka bibi kura mpo na ke yenwere omo na ke yemfa nya top up bi kura nsa emma nkura no nkoma tetere mu nkosoro no. Ono ankasa anase mpanyifo omo ho no e dwene omo botom. Not the welfare of this vulnerable Ghanaians afina and as a youth afina more pick up or here bibi to push their welfare. Intimidate me feel say we are not going to leave this. Say obiet me yes adiwe am on minor be do something so here. We need to go to the bottom of it. Now it will serve as a deterrent. Because national service there are a lot of normal cost. Okay, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama time. You entered the thing, no nipa bebre omo district officers near the day. It came to light about some of these things. Na ekoso e wo honom. Na asa akoso a edu ba bi no na am say sanity e ba ho. But the free power no na among for say ase omo yes anwum wi a e dia ba bi du ba bi yedu. Me feel say we need not to allow some of these things to go on. And yes sir, other agencies will also do the same and they will not be punished. I don't think it's ever ball mine. Intermediate nipa or tenase and it's coming from somewhere. And you nipa ba ko we adena yeah auditor baby end product in one. And you go and so focus where it started from because traces. The Ministry of Finance ebeko and SoNA payment, last payment will be made. And SoNA payment, after the payment, like I said, this is the balance left after payment. Who authorized the payment? Say yenyi says can film. Scan krano. Ekoto account be mu. But what I say, and ye and I try in cash. We have to look at all these things. Who gave the cash? What system? Because give mix and they say the payments in anamebwa. Enti system ben you use the PS cano. Enti ubo say ebekwa kwa the last person or involved in this matter. And we have to look at all these things. Enti Ghana there is a big change in Ghana. We are going to reset. Because a reset now. Omofi say basis and but we are going to put things in order for Ghana to come to
Chairman of Mario
right directions.
You see, I have said it. These people, they are easy to predict. And when you go behind, you get the confirmation. Makase, sa, orao, ye chiriweyo, ye pamuweyo, ye weyo. I never did no king.
Really?
I'm telling you.
That's how you see.
And I have thrown a challenge. Some could $22 billion.
Say no. I watch them say a young fan say here say no more no. Say to prove it could generate some 22 billion.
That is
but the ones no money say bet me a prosecutor and here some $8 million or so.
As some American na wokano. Me say hwi nim kenken kwa. Some could $22 billion abro when you aji MPP buy via MPP.
The one I was explaining now that's account of years
now,
22 billion.
That is what you are saying.
Listen to what he said. One can say 22 billion.
Most say
because to now cost no.
22 billion.
Yet me prosecute ni nya. You 8 billion.
And you can't get it. And let me tell you. Let me make one statement from what their quarters, what I know they are doing. They are going to arrest people. They are saying umuding. Name and shame. No more upper case be at so near the work of courts. Because some court was partnered with MPP before. Near the work of court. Now, judge, case in shame no two cases naturally. No, I come outside because I can't tell them judge for the MPP before. That's what they are doing.
Oh.
That's what they are going to do. You better some to so I say within. You are near a case here and for home they are charged. Court look of him and just a way we never be any. No, actually. What to try as I say this MPP before now apart the court. Judge the phone in MPP before. That's what's going to happen. Nothing. She him. Who the only answer kakra? What I mean there for what for kasa? For some who answer. Sorry. What I want be kakra. Ya catch them kofobi say you could 22 billion because I go for na lutu awia. Na ora team chair head oba out was say Sikano ebi wo Bank of Ghana. The Bank of Ghana see a dino a sick a see what means by Accra. Dino that's the tallest building in Accra. Now, to assume number 20 sign, but be a senior, that's the highest. And never call Yemi and San, that can say me and San. Also, must see the 222 million. Now, I'm a koji, says Kano, Abreu, because MPP are buying area. What do you mean? That's a cry. You know what you said? Yeah, I can. Also, Bank of Ghana, Sika now. Yes, yes. Okoja told then the oral chairman was there on radio. I'm not Bahampo on TV. News. Your friend said Joy News and Metro TV.
And okay, so Okoji.
Oral list. No, and that make us one crop for one who say baby. I didn't go.
Oh, we have
no. Am I lying? Google. Let's know. Bank of Ghana can hold 222 million. Also, Kodiaba nti ko gi free Adison ho ane dan na Adison dia ka me kro ko to shares wo sa dan we cause me hwe sa dan no asi ho no a ye 222 na me hwe opposite that government Bank of Ghana dan no rich hospital renovation no 400 million na and then ka me to 222 no what I dan ka ka na si wo de 222 opposite rich there si wo de say nkoko bu nketenkete no
almost emu ne man nyina region ne man nyina
and I know the mu ne man nka ho
okay
emu ne man nka ho we abafu agie de si yakoji ama kufu adu adue sika yakoji aba
you see one
olukura ni
hospital enoma e hospital
dress olukura wonyi ni si
enoma e hospital
gogoba wala gogoba sa left on the buy house olukura ti ma 18 gogoba no gogoba le fa se no se nka ho olukura ni
hospital
okay ko say no go to correct sa no kai we see
no I'm saying say asma o
me say dia wo ka me ka say go on the buy see on the
statement
quote
him well.
And then look well.
Also, inflating the cost of the building.
We're inflating by 220.
It's not about the
entire. I'm not sure it's the entire building.
Yes.
Also 222.
When you are quoting,
what they can also Okojaba. I don't know well. Also Akufuado. Neba Ekoto ambulance parts. Now ambulance parts was about 100 and something million or that share dollars. And also what they can already timber obeje now Akufuado bano yasin ko no but I'm assuming without admitting Akufuado bano ye command the contract 200 and something million koto ambulance parts aba contract the farmer no ko de to so oba obeje mpacho wo de wo wadwe ko achi kakra adie no ya farmer no oso oba obeje krofo bi adie de so o Akufuado ba wie sika ye koje a o mani adie mpacho de dwe hu biom anya no ko o Bra champo no koto I straight for so mo ton o cry us re o
expert in ambulance
o cry us re mo kwa je pe Akufuado ba bra champo straight for so mo ton hotel ana Brian Simeto ahe o mo bo no afi kodo ba bi ese Brian a government official official only official 5 ye fama ye me kan official 1 me ma yam so and yeah I see ya ton ma no enti ya ton ma bra champo no ana I was me cramming to be and now already the shame some ko ji say sika no Brian Yanto come on it is in the list
you can't do this
it is in the list
because what I have what I have
Bank of Ghana there
I'll say
Bank of Ghana
a black one review that Oral's investigation into 36
thank you
high profile cases alone could yield up to $20.49 billion. If we are successful, in recoveries, we can retrieve as much as 20. He said. These cases include major corruption scandals involving the National Cathedral Project. The power distribution services. And the salt pond decommissioning project, among others. I'll say, he said the Oral's findings indicate that prime state lands were sold at shockingly low prices, leading to an estimated revenue loss of $702.8 million. Prime state lands now. Motono,
Bank of Ghana, the Perabia Sad also called Yabana PDS. A big do the excavator, echo 2 abana. Also, Codicus, was excavator, excavators, a machine, a bulldozer, the society present, a truck, a tipper truck, or called Yabro, and to just ask them with dear me. I said, what I said, what? Maybe in Castle will be the whole. But just a OG the pass is asking 4 million. I bet you are far back. I don't know. There are several other and then my boss who also was 30 something projects. 36. 36. I said, what do you want to say? And you ask yourself. There are several. Met me, I listening, and then boss who I was I go for the back project. You are farmer, no. But let's see it. Ambulance. Ambulance.
They are farmers are saying.
They say Akufuado ba. And Akufuado say baby anko dey come here money Akufuado ba. The contract is from some koto ambulance parts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Omo koto buy. Yeah, so omo dey shame some ko ji hu sika na ba. the same some continue.
But sir, per the letter correspondent by the finance minister had written, sir, a money payment of certain amount to that to that company.
And you know, the ST back be never upstream. Never petroleum. CTL.
ST no, I mean say STL no.
Almost say, sir, custom for petrol delivery that they are there. Custom for no entering police, so I'm recruiting for some police, so that nothing will be stolen. Lemon Ochiro be a percentage be or there. Ampa Ochiro be no percentage that there. SML. And almost SML. And to silent here the upstream honor. A house is called here, maybe a two in produce honor because maybe the crisis said gauge the crisis. A produce will be in Honsi, you bet a number sign contract. Now, aqua cover, send a petrol be there. Now say any discovery baby, they have a percent. Not the all know. The about Bruce Rank or Buiano, you be more percentage. And I'm better this side, almost okay. You try contract your chum. Man contract your Juma. Almost a contract here, he billion. And also,
one started my way. They started.
Upstream.
Okay, the downstream one.
The downstream,
but even the downstream, the state agencies had the capacity to do the same job at normal.
The state agency had the capacity, but they employed them to monitor the state agencies, and yet they were able to catch some. The state agency that has the capacity, I Ghana for me, no. But
until when just president and tried to retrieve some of the monies that in Kofobinum.
And no, Sansika, Sika, see the control ambulance, and young control the Bank of Ghana, they see where also what Sika Bank of Ghana is you. Now, Okojo governor, no one governor of Fadino. And I said, what are you talking about?
So I say, I near person say. Obia and Fasika BNC.
Young Moby Day falling Kojina court. They could do court to what court to follow and who be more. Ye jail more than say, ya sailed never had a court attack judges and say almost every people. That is what they are seeking.
All right, you Mate.
2 minutes.
2 minutes. My man, 2 minminutes. Also, one man, we are on Fabio.
NSS one. Where? Almost 80,000. I'll say 81,000. I'll say 81,000 ghost names. Now, director back up. And now, where we are, and that continent, America. Now, I ask myself, 81,000 people, every month, so be a feeling, national subscription, you have to fill your forms.
Yeah.
And to die tobacco penalty me contrast one man who are filling 81,000 forms.
Oh, but that can be done. No. Investigation and media house here proved what we are talking about.
I don't know media house for the people who were there. About out of the say what was happening. They say the total estimate for the year this number, but you were university and you were almost nurse and a teacher for no more the pet. And you could total near now could university for now OT free one. That's the figure you will get. You can't still, Mr. President, coach now said there be and you know correct. Now Obi after Sikada we are declared wanted. Mr. President, there are a Juma or what I saw here, Mr. President. Let me address you directly.
This is part of the
a Juma power why I saw here. I Ghana for him. Now no catch Ghana for school for no eco school first year for no. Ubetria year mamun pia. Who catch from say
MPP lose here. The research. Huh? Corruption.
Which research?
Huh? The indicators are a man Ghana for 12 editor MPP. Corruption.
Yeah.
And to me, don't when Mama Bass or mention
as one of the
one of
factors.
it.
Yeah.
First. First thing.
Research never here.
Oh, Musa don't call research on me. Corruption is the first thing. Ghana for say Kufu movie. Corruption is too much. create looting and sharing is too much. Into now, John Dramani Mahama, president, brand never so you. Amo mino e dia bobo mino e bleedy. You see, so and Pacha say ejuma or say John Dramani Mahama ya. It's part of the work Ghana for man John His Excellency John Dramani Mahama mandate. So yes idea na Ghana for any yen and chen ye. Because a musica and ghost names are built. You see 81,000 names working on it. Now being 58 million Ghana cedis a month. Oh, you're the more interesting. And you don't know. So who shares this number to all the
81,000.
This is simple.
Say 81,000. Some to be considered. Nobody says Kami Yampa.
Not per exaggerated. I didn't say 81,000. I don't know that. To me, or being to me, Tenassi, and create.
The back.
You see,
Chairman, money making a point. Money making a point.
Money making a point. A reporter about. You see, Nipa or active members are. I was saying you every month. 98,000 and a kakra actually. But the amount of course you allowance 180,000 and kakra.
You to my 82,000 a day.
No, every month you get people working on it. And what is our number we spreading across the country? Our district be also when you hold one from Muni scanner. Where you? And you are sitting here telling us and yet idea idea bit me back to say obi be fairly form assign to that number. Amani pandemia 58 million Ghana cedis a month. Where you? This is not anything say obi ntimi ntena say obi ya mana broso kura enti ade na wo yabubo din na wo ka no enye se obi akosi dan enti ni yesi dan na wasi no yakwaji musika nyina wo.
Okay,
you see, how can you as omampanyini a obesi cathedral wa promise oman no say obesi ejama yen a wa anka se wokofa sika bi afiri oman no ho ne de ba besi o yeko wie ya offer on money about 54 million Ghana cedis. Okay? And the kwakoye adie no. O de koye wie koye a swimming pool. What I say?
Okay.
And you put no erected and I will charge that amount of money. Architect drawings on kwani panier, unim ska onje. So if we tell you say, "San you mo we na koso." And we are not getting benefits. We are not getting returns of investment. Not obi this canon
gentlemen, my MBA phone lines, 0302 21 1701 Frey. The lines are on the television, but modern friend. Well, say good morning, Kojo. Truth be told, I wept the day after the elections because as an indigene of Ahanta West, I witnessed the commissioning of our Agenda 111 hospital, which was going to have a lot of positive impact on the people of Ahanta West in terms of jobs for nurses and other youth in my constituency. But here comes the case where our completed project is now going to be auctioned or franchised to private people. The president did not believe the Agenda 111 project, hence want to change the purpose to which the project was initiated by the MPP government. This is resetting in anti-clockwise. Mahama Bako, Dumso Bebre. Mahama Bako, termination of appointment Bebre. Bernard from Kejebil in Ahanta West. Nedia. Do we have someone on the line? Obit me after 0302 2117 013 na afe yemfa o comment no bo modern na ma o comment no bra befa na ya kama nkofo so ate na wo so wo kire ma men call Facebook na men hwe say okay Benjamin Pepra Ben, good morning to you. Ma men tie we
you from my member about Sunamin with Abuja from na send me see for no idea NDC for no more ya ama kan bo problem no bono ados we pension send me see for no ye best NDC for no so mo na o mo nyi di mfa o man.
Okay, all right, you Mate. Isaac so ahoma so Isaac, good morning. Hello, Isaac. Isaac, Isaac, good morning. I mean to Arjun.
So, MPC man or on Johnny Okitano. MPC man or on Johnny Okitano. Na ba Kufado no. Abebo mine can. Abebo mine can on Johnny Okitano. Anything to be right.
All right. Sami Boache on Facebook said, Mahama-led NDC assumes Ghanaians have short memories, thereby exploiting this perceived weakness. His recent address focused on lamentations, blame shifting, witch hunting, and propaganda. In contrast, Ghanaians demand concrete actions rather than empty rhetoric. Notably, Nnawotwe's administration has achieved several milestones, including the payment of nurses and trainees allowances, full funding of free SHS, a 25% salary increase, and enhanced lighting. With the 2028 elections on the horizon, Ghanaians will expect accountability from our leaders. Good morning, Honorable Protozoa. Okay. Nana Bonsu, good morning. Maminti over.
Hey, Honorable Michelle.
Major so.
The call opposition there, incoming review.
Nana, Maminti.
I'm the chairman. I'm a champion. Full government, Madame Papa, Ibrahim. I look at the Honorable Congress. So, Chairman, yes, I come to him. The Jumbo about Chairman, now could you see him in Tirin, could you be the American say, well, anybody. In the second way, gonna gun afford to abandon massive at the Union. Young power, yeah, one said, dollar bit stabilizing, what company get for free power. Yes, you discover allegation you're reaching per million media for now, it's in the so as we call it. And you're right. Women tell
Uncle Fing Dinko. Uncle Fing, good morning.
Yeah, morning, Apomwe.
Mehoye, what's the
yeah, Nyakopanado, Blackasafi, Takradi.
Oh,
yeah.
Takradi Bokobia.
Oh, BBI, very cool.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah. Omede, Asamana was discussing about NDC, you know, saying ye, papa, because Molly Kanye there, Mahama, the time, no, and our national service one, and maybe Mkwe, papa, more started the way in ye.
Yeah.
Let's say that Mahama, the time, we follow NDC from no show. And see, Mahama only can see NDC for now. No, what's a national service one to one. What's one we are? And SoNA, because man, you are there, I won't go for no helicopter when it's helicopter when it's not about betting MPP for now. And on the way, because I was doing a big king Ghana now. Think can our Lancashire, I bet the president in that. What don't know? National service for the minimum no kodo. It's the one.
Uncle V, me me chata krado for nyinara and an nkwado wa wo hwen wo ho. So for mama Domi, good morning.
Morning, Minia Bema.
So mama ntiwe.
Na me bacho Ghana has your president back up.
Ani.
And then the president I John Dramani Mahama, the president of Republic of Ghana. And so say president me no want introduce no sa. Ne se mu say man penny say. Na me say anka oba kasa yenua no ma omu ye adwuma na ye so omu nkoti na fie no. Anka kasa me John Dramani Mahama. Be so bia anko no nko ye na adwuma. Na ka me fi say anka asem ni bebam. Na me say bu say vice president or Ghana ha na.
And your no wreath laying you know in remembrance of that
Ghana also want to country so what they no maintain Ghana for about.
Okay. All right you. So Mama Domi medase Yevansia na Yemra studio. Me ma be just a minute. Chairman, just a minute.
Oh, Minister Sensu.
Oh, minute.
As a bite. Yeah. Me say oral propaganda no, it won't fly. And also oral program. What is the propaganda thing? Don't expect any good thing to come from them. Secondly, Mr. Mahama, Mr. President, Adjuma no yedi amount. una kaso baye na nu ya na kofa baye. We have given you everything that anybody who is serious and committed to work would ebe here and there. Go ahead and do. A boss and all share no Ghana for that
okay.
whole
All right.
Say
Chairman,
when you talk like this,
1 minute.
When you talk like this,
1 minute in a content.
When you talk like this, then it means that one kasa no so buy no nim their way. Because opening dey no way.
Production
of cocoa. I call 1 million tons.
All right.
What's not going to court without any cost? Now, obi the cathedral 54 million Ghana.
Medase. Good morning.
I don't know, sir.
Memache na mema akwaba emfa omra eye Nnawotwe dwumadi so Adom TV. If you are trying to hold us 94.7 on radio, trying to hold on Facebook Adom TV. Ja comment no befa na ye de bibia so de abro. Onim say Nnawotwe we na President John Dramani Mahama in the first State of the Nation address of a second term at the buyer. Nyoma bebrea you know, akoso my watcher say the MPP criminally managed the economy of Ghana, which is even in the sinking fund, just $64,000, you know, and a lot of talking point. The NPP are rejected new be kind of deputy finance minister, former deputy finance minister Abno Asare, Eden Sembebre Nana Baba to Jai Bedunkomo. Here on the show, we are analyzing the State of the Nation address or Kansembi about education in here on person or moye. You be the new in common yet to me who say Ghana is state in any baby ede conunsu and also ye boom contents and then ye be ya ye be to me ye who nyomanunsu and so ye. And to and whilst we go through the State of the Nation address, ye better on the economy. You better on education and send baby two down say on education say or can say on be spande a ICT training. There's a curricular revision on the horizon again, or say a idea on be focusing on coding, digital skills and STEM education. Normal prepare youth, you know, for the modern education. Yebeshe senior and so besiako on equity and inclusion, on supporting marginalized groups through scholarships, teacher recruitment, and targeted interventions. Bakwa on also okanya na the sort of bonuses on the Mwambeji postings to rural areas. And now to me inspire for to accept postings to rural communities. Again, I'll see a name. School dime be on Besibiano, or the teachers bungalow account, so that I enhance teacher retention in the communities. Yebedi and home como ewo Nnawotwe Nnawotwe as we go through today. Now yet to me ne ɛbɛyɛ a ɛbɛboa ma ɔman yɛtumi akɔ ne so yɛ onu sɛ ɔmampanin so san ɛka on agenda 111 say ohwɛ sika pudu a ya spend on agenda 111 a okɔ Ghana afa nda nyinaa bako po eniwa a ɛyɛ adwuma yɛbɛdi no nso nkɔmɔ nti woni ɛntena sisi a na yɛtwa yɛn ho tew ne yɛba yɛbɛdɔ nsɛm no mu aso kɔ kama yɛ panel amene on bɛdi dwuma in studio Isaac Bedo Amponsa NDC's Bono Regional Treasurer ono adi nkan aba studio dada yɛne da kwan sɛ MPP ni so ba bɛka yɛn ho ne together yɛtumi adwendwen on my Ghana yɛbɛtwa yɛn ho yɛba obetie from me panel no on enter is here memo akwa ba bio emfambra na watwe dwumadie so safe na wode wafidi ade to ha nyankopon nhira so wadwan ne ya na pay na o me akwanja se yembra on chan no bedi nkomo na onim sinemesi akada dada no na watwe we na President John Dramani Mahama Eden State of the Nation address on my yetebia no esitisen and o de betu dwa ewo mrahwe bedwam na nei yede nsɛm na ɔde to dwane bi ɛba abɛkyerɛ wo yewia na yɛdɔ nsɛm no asuko ahwɛ sɛ ne ɔka yɛ ɛno no ne pɛpɛm
Mr. Speaker
ɛnyɛ ne a na ɔsɔ ɔka no ana ɛte sɛn both the NDC and NDC will be debating this particular matter yɛne experts so in the field so of the economy and your bedding come on here in the parliament ne nkɔtie nsɛm no bi
Mr. Speaker, in fulfillment of our 120-day social contract with the Ghanaian people, we have put in place the planning committee to host the National Economic Dialogue. This dialogue is expected to discuss the state of the economy and reach a consensus on the key policies needed to address the devastating economic crisis confronting us. It will support the development of a homegrown fiscal consolidation program, and it will highlight key structural reforms and policy priorities essential for resetting the economy and creating prosperity for all our people. I believe there's absolute wisdom in what our elders say, that two heads are better than one. Tikro and Kwejina. Consultation and consensus building have always proven to be better than unilateral decision making. It is my hope, therefore, that our colleagues on the other side of the divide will display love of country and participate in this national dialogue, unlike the boycott of the Senchi Forum in 2014. I humbly choose a different path of accommodation and cooperation with all stakeholders. We will continuously engage on important issues so that together, as a nation, we can reset our country and focus on sustainable development. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, together we shall build the Ghana we all want. With your permission, Mr. Speaker, and within the constraints of time, I'll take the liberty to elaborate on how we intend to address the numerous challenges facing us as a nation. Yesterday, February 26, 2025, marks exactly 10 years since I stood in this chamber, at this very spot, to declare my determination to fix Dumso, a legacy problem of power shortages. And Mr. Speaker, I fixed it. Yes, I promised to fix it, and I did. Today, inspired by the Almighty God and propelled by the massive mandate given to me by the good people of Ghana, I am moved to make a similar purposeful and bold declaration that I, John Dramani Mahama, I will fix the economic crisis confronting our country and reset it on a path of growth and prosperity. That I will fix the economic crisis confronting our country and reset it on a path of growth and prosperity. My government, working with you and every Ghanaian, will solve the challenges because we have developed the plan with our people's support. Mr. Speaker, the Agenda 111 program, which was started as a knee-jerk reaction during the COVID-19 pandemic, when the Ghanaian public had begun to appreciate the significant investments that the previous NDC administration had made in healthcare facilities, and began to lament the many hospital projects that had stalled under the previous administration. A promise was made to build 111 hospitals. Mr. Speaker, I'm sad to note that there is no dedicated funding source for such a gargantuan project. There is no dedicated funding source for this gargantuan project. Mr. Speaker, for the record, as I speak, not a single Agenda 111 hospital is operational. In any part of Ghana, I challenge you, not one is operational. Mr. Speaker, and it is worth disclosing, that $400 million has already been disbursed under the Agenda 111 project. Mr. Speaker, at a rate of approximately $80 million per hospital, this $400 million spent could have completed and made operational at least 22 of those hospitals. Mr. Speaker, I have directed the Minister for Health to present us with a plan on the way forward for this program. And let me add that we are open to public-private partnerships and franchising to complete and operationalize these hospitals. In addition to the public debt, which amounts to a staggering 721 billion cedis, several state-owned enterprises are also in debt, including the ECG, which owes 68 billion Ghana cedis. Ghana Cocoa Board, the hope of cocoa farmers, is also highly indebted. Its balance sheet indicates a total debt of 32.5 billion Ghana cedis, of which 9.7 billion is due to be paid at the end of September 2025. In 2023-2024 crop season, Cocoa Board was unable to supply 333,767 metric tons of cocoa, which it had sold at $2,600 per ton. As a result, the then management of Cocoa Board rolled over these contracts into the 2024-2025 season. Honorable members, Mr. Speaker, this implies that for every ton of cocoa delivered this year, in fulfillment of the rollover contracts, Cocoa Board and Ghanaian farmers are going to lose $4,000 in revenue. Mr. Speaker, even though Article 38 of the Constitution guarantees equitable access to education across Ghana, 30 years after the Free Compulsory Universal Basic Education FQ program was implemented, its full objectives remain unmet. To tackle this issue, government will redefine the scope of basic education and introduce the Zero to Hero initiative to enhance foundational literacy and numeracy. Additionally, ICT training will be integrated into early childhood education at the basic level. Over the next 3 years, it will be expanded to cover at least 300 classrooms, 30 centers of excellence, 1,000 teachers and district teacher support teams, focusing on the teaching of mathematics and literacy. This year, the Ministry of Education will fully implement a new curriculum for senior high technical schools and STEM schools, introduce a standardized national sign language for hearing impaired learners from kindergarten to SHS, and review the kindergarten and primary school curriculums. To increase access to quality education, we will scale up our social intervention programs like the capitation grants, the feeding grants for special schools, and the government's BECE registration initiative. Mr. Speaker, to promote inclusion and equity, the government will enhance and resource the Islamic Education Unit to recruit more Islamic and Arabic tutors for English-Arabic schools.
So that was the former President John Dramani Mahama, and now it is on 7 day toward the State of the Nation address. Now, we are a former Deputy Finance Minister, Abno says, Mr. President, some now kind only Ghana for one kind of cry about the banking the economy, so I'm Ghana for. Now, OTL say, for example, President, banking sector total assets. A growth from 8.12 billion cedis in December 2016 to 367.2 billion in October 2024. And on one Kahwasem, also private sector credit increased by 28.8% in October 2024 compared to a negative 7.5% in 2023. Also share gross international reserves are $5.9 billion in 2023, a growth to $7.7 billion in October 2024. I say, I mean, some people are number 2. And young Connie and Cocotier minority, so on response on the President John Dramani Mahama after say or kind State of the Nation address.
I can't find any fast or didn't answer when I said the State of the Nation's address. No, a bit a brave binum, did say a yeno, a binum so and yet. Yentre Adusia, Neoman Penny, I can't find home.
Be Oman Penny, he got the number wrong. Beneficiaries are benefited free assistance. And yet 3.4 said your man Penny Mahama Kano. And yet 3.5 million beneficiaries.
Me when they say Oman Penny, I crowd say, despite challenges, I will be home. Obey me at Daneniama. He see the right path.
She answered Yasake almost say, ya employ almost. A lot of the Agenda 111 hospitals, by about 5 or 6. Ebe started. Yes, I can't call for.
Yeah, me who say, but some His Excellency Ababa Kain campaign promises.
And some President Kain dear. Me no, na many aje. Na Mary and Swasan aho. Chiri and penny for chiri February. Na obi de now and film what you pet. Abayane the iron and I just say, I will who pay ye.
Mani Mahama. Oje to Gwandeno. Or you just papa. Now I may as MP, why am I doing there? Or make it bold statement.
And Mampeni and Casano, a idea so no mono, or the Nanibaton Saniania, or the Ghana Mebu and Nini, through the actions of the Chief of Staff.
I made a young cry. President John Mama, Yakana Samakana Semono, Dadana, and Yafufrobia.
This sector, which a car, I know so I do create a honomo. I'm say, ye can't. La kufa de legacy a ka legacy and
nano Ghana for ebe appreciate the true state of the nation. So the be ya nyina no ye be bresi ye ho.
And he pinpoint that side. Emma money has been voted for $10 billion.
I said you create atwa pansama. Na seminar ne so mpese obeye opanyin bia. Ase enyoma obi aye enye na ose na daje aka.
Yeba afi we mo moti say WAEC West Africa Examination Council nko say nana doni na ban edi omoka 180 million Ghana cedis.
Me ka say o man no asay obetu ebra wo no sika obetu ya odi tuatua aka no eya aban na ejama o.
The policies of His Excellency Edebano Edimu Osha Agenda 111 ya or say 1.7 billion in the year here. Because of my heading.
One way, the State of the Nation's address, John Dramani Mahama, Oman Penny, Edibe to Jame, Ediam just so your hine and Ponsa Kakabo, Edibisia.
Well, into reactions maybe and a cocotier from Rashe Bedremo Hono, member studio and Nami Mama Bedra for Nakwaba, Isaac Bedouan Ponsa, NDC's regional treasurer for the Bono region. Isaac, good morning. Biaboko.
Good morning, Kojonya. Biaboko.
Bono Boko there.
Bono Yeboko. Debi ayeka say enye ya ho den ni nyansa. Yankopon. Ana de abedu ebe yedri.
Okay.
Ye de nyame ase be de abedu.
Say also modo bayre me boa.
Yeah, ye do bayre.
Abapa.
Ye do bayre, ye do tomatoes, ye do nyaado a atoside ni nyina ye do.
Papa.
And
the more tomatoes
ko so ka ho ana cashew.
Okay. What tomatoes pa?
Yeah, tomatoes. You call microma Genjini, Brekum West. You do tomatoes pa. Nti you be a factory the crowd who are near the tomatoes.
Okay.
But I'm more born into okay factory now. Almost shut it down for some reasons. Okay. I say taxes no need too much for me panana or running factory. Nti or shutting it down. But I promise say you ban no mako year. We sign a remampo factory no. Na assign start ya jumanti. Yeah. Say you share no so ya if you go so am ye ho nyina wotri na ya so nso nyimi die. Nyima be koyi.
Okay. All right. Chairman Omari Wade, former National Vice Chair for the New Patriotic Party on Nswa. Chairman, good morning.
Good morning.
We have a call there.
Adom.
You. I mean, starting field. So
you more power than more opposition.
More power.
And sometimes when you listen to them, it's like they are still campaigning, they are still in opposition. They have not. Someone here used to someone here in charge, and that when they speak, they must speak truth, and then also encourage, promote, and assist, make things look like they are working towards some objective. They don't inspire hope. They don't. They're not appointed. They're okay. So agenda one district, one factory. There could be a factory. Your friends say toast factory will come. To about 100. No. Don't let capital town.
To Adom is Techiman. Oh, I'm talking about Bono region.
Okay, me so chairman if you to Adom a capital town
No.
No.
We dine tomatoes wo no. Or they compared to Bono East. Bono East Adom is Bono East.
Anti mo de
na Bono region.
And na okro ne
Brekum West, Genjene.
Okay. Enya Genjene.
Because you know back to Adom back capital town.
And we Genjene, but we no de Jin.
No, you see, he's making two things different comparison here better. Let's go on. Obi come out to you now. Okay.
Can't watch them. They go on the Anyway. Now, Yakosi factory amamo. You say toast factory, tomato factory. No. Nenu ayentos ni bua, yemfanko feed factory. Why not? About na Adom no pay. Why not? Because na fuwe ahe ni ko ne toast fuwe ahe. E ka betra ha no, o se ye nkrofo no afuo no asase na bi asase ho woden. Jo hwan bayi, ye be hwe say something like that. And the taxes in taxes in toast the room.
That was the reason.
Taxes in toast the production cost.
Yes.
As I said, more be Mudia ebeso. We shaman boys no nkrai. So na mo ka say man go kwan
kete no e can say even though nkofo be don but no the cost of production e was srododo. On to break taxes.
But that at one district, one factory, tax be same be one district, one factory, tax is same be your mom so much. Just
that's
to
holidays.
Yes. So if you tell me it's tax until no good, customer crop for man not.
Okay.
And that's what cousin so be now to crank. I be say.
Mate.
Yeah. And that's what better house we say your bed, your bed here, and can see near him. No, go for a corner. And I think go bonk to get here. I'm be call you. Now what now? Your mom power. You are so complaining about that.
OTA President John Dramani Mahama was here come bubro public debt 721 billion. Aside apart from that, SO used to say ECG 68 billion cedis. Cocoa 32.5 billion cedis. Sinking funds go back to me idea about kakra or 64 and go confuse $64,000. Obviously on an account to dollar account more than 200K. Now mine Ghana 64,000.
I don't know you are in charge. You are too Obama. Come speak truth and as talk truth and as inspire and as say things that will encourage even their followers to get on board.
Yeah.
Who boom crop for them?
That means so paint picture the proper account of the two no they
the amount adwuma no so se okay me ton koko e de anya papa wan beto me ton wache ne na buo wom wan beto da bi ametia ha ne ye ha ye ball aso na they say ye be ha choba wan beto why ane beto as a leader inspire hope and confidence.
Na say hope you lies and inspire hope ana.
Lies no.
Also kind of cry. Then we inspire hope na transparency, truthfulness, sincerity.
And me kai me suffer back. I say afraid be holy lies. Me suffer back. I say be holy lies. And I have a philosophy. Me idea be say enye no kure nyina na ye ka. Me nka se twantro. But anya no kure nyina na yeka say na me fifie na ba ngwa
yeah
anajo no me ye makaka ho
dabi
am se nya no kure bi o ho a o kan so ne ma ho a hu ye bufu ana se ubu nipa abam ya mawo ya to aba mawo e bin see that say ya mawo almost 2/3 majority in parliament. Fire the papa. Akwala nyomokai. Say yayena. Fire the papa. E bin see that. Mr. Mahama. Excellency President. They have given you the power. Absolute. Fire the papa. Nana meka. E Ghana ha, you can president mienu a. Omonya sa we bia, e Rawlings and Mr. Mahama. I didn't see that. See, we crowded the 2 million Ghana, 2 million friends, the constitution in our back. You have every Rawlings then there's one big power. And no, they a friend say. Yeah, who they go see. But what the idea? I said that my Joseph fire the papa and find your complaint.
Nti o person ka say nka oni so oka ne obeto ye
wasu oba o sha de na say o say me complain so me dem po
o me lament
o me complain o me e kan simple the tree kan simple there's a word for it ayira abubu o mebu abubu o satia me mebu abubu me be ka afeni wasom ene zisikani ho ene awia manaka dompe ene de ene catching say we don't sing go bonketenkete wo de aba yate say ni enti mabumu e monko ha wo say back no so be dempo oboye hospital agenda 11 so aka tell me no mienu say hospital no agenda 111 no kai campaign time no okay do kai no
refresh my memory
was nursing school for ni nyina ho nurse for me ba malawa no metwa mesa wi agenda 111 in tentem send a backlog there over 50,000 nurses how my we school munya juma nya ye mo ba yeli na tentem na me de mako gum no mo nte se gbese free me ba pe ye wie ya no we school anu nya juma ye. That's why he told us okay me boaka nurse for me boaka mo amoma de wan kasa ntina money ji ye afi de obeduru ha yadeka you say pay 1.7 billion and Zania de kowie me wawa
obuasa sentia.
The total project of the agenda 111 was 1.7 billion. Total 111 billion was 1.7 billion. Me no ka say ya wie bi o say ya wie ye nya operational akufu na ko commission o say one ye commission obwa e3 Akufo-Addo before he left commissioned 3 and he was supposed to commission 1 every other week. You know, can say Bikura say we more. And then see a die who and see who a die with beds, machines, equipment. What is left? This thing can fan croness for no. You don't go go no. You mo you omedi. Never die operational. You the power now.
Also be also a catch minister and so far a comprehensive plan and
you kind of want it. Also beton. Jine the beton.
Or say on the strategic PPP and on Babe Ribbon. Is that no
PPP?
Annie.
And the people in the say, must say, PPP, and say, there will be no, maybe no, we are on to the sicker. Now, oh, maybe a hospital, Maria.
Oh, that's on best sign, maybe I had more by 40 years.
Messi may yet Unquala sicker. Mediache and Reggie Diano, Mediache, you, I want one. Now, to generate, says you don't maybe your number. So maybe Minkai. Changing bill. Would empower was one kind. Communication was there
a treasurer.
Treasurer. I'll free the Ukromu, you see agenda 111. Ukromu, you see agenda 111. Usu would the monkai. Oh, yes, I know. Ukromu for the house arms. Ah. Go no, no, go to a picture. Yeah, now complaining. Who lamenting. And then, what's the generation there? No, yeah, the command will be. You see, we are not generally from hospital or private person. The private person and be in the hospital. That you have my catch them more. Let's for no say I feel no. Meanwhile, the project I still find and provide the funding. I watch in CSR. I say, your friend is saying, dedicate. I think there's no dedicated fund. Meanwhile, petrol no I to no, and one no I find no I to no. Kufuado say, as a so be a benefiting class for especially. Then class generation classic class here. As a so be into the oils cano a to no, or do you see hospital now? Yarea, unya yarea, or buy yarea, unana yarea. When your baby,
Sanum kind.
Yes.
Say oil revenue.
Yes.
I'll check it out.
Check. And then government, I friends, budget allocation. And now, also 700 million. I feel that on one concern, no code in Hawaii, and none of the say, your friends saying, just $400 million.
Yeah, I'll say $400 million now must spend it on Agenda 111. It could have completed quite a number of them.
There are 111 projects.
Yes.
Generally for here be. Kumasi, I just the watch of reference sample. Sako Dr. Corando from Chrome Process. And your friend say, that Croya, Debbie, and this for we knew as anti region. As they walk, Kuma Winter on.
As I was saying,
I go go. Robanzo must see your honor. Robanzo. In Kayanko, see your generation and ask and quite Robanzo, the new answer general for Monamode. Would the car? Kanya generally, no. Not Robanzo for the moon here. Who bought Trinko? Robanzo for the day here, think Kayanko generally. And that is not the only place. There are several villages and rural communities, districts. Just say, yeah, but how do you say, oh, wow, that corona making? No, work out. Yes, so I say, I didn't then I ready. Now, Chrome then the binio. I could father say, as a so be a nibby. Yeah, no child, no constituency, no community, no districts will be left behind. Young pair oil, you need a new oil, like a pound of my oil, Sika free move back, says you can young fan trunk and henny, young to tell my young animal fast for me. Then the best see hospitals. I'm a way area waiting me as a way area. O papa area, o new area, who chrome wa fight to the one who are saying there. O think I see Robonso the anyway, and as the agent the anyway, and Sunny Abaye, I come then crop some way. I could father me say, your year is the best thing. Oh, vision, the be a mechanic vision, or be an vision, it be the anchoring, it be the accuracy. Obi die best starting hospital or best starting no say even a dan is here Joy FM and Mukuro microphone multimedia. There are some radio and TV stations we connect almost shenguko boom sorry almost a dan ketikitim but mo a dan kase be 9 and am dey yam adwuma and makes you more effective more brand and but obi who could start the program no could start in kete see and start in kete na nka for before and never go see for your friends say 22 na nipa your friends say 100 and something na ka wura mo mu ni bi no mo de nka.
Okay. All right.
You must start and start with.
Okay.
You must grow.
I try to check here. I'm not seeing it. Government secures $100 million startup fund through the Ghana Investment Infrastructure Fund, for commencement works on Agenda 111. And on Mehu, I've also seen some 600 million cities budget allocation for Agenda 111 in 2021. Aside that, Mehu's oil now.
The oil revenue, no. And plus budgetary allocation, also 600 million budget. And the car home, I bet that's why. The same thing, revenue, that's oil, that's too. Budget, and also beside the Biako budget, your friends, parliament, and say, Faka won't say a car. The court no a share nurse for say we agenda 111. They share for a share drop on so for no, they share a half a crown bill. Takra the Quamu, Bukro, say we.
I know it's been.
Because that midterm near paint of a fair
Bukro, and say no near President Commission. Yeah, Bukro. I can near Commission.
Okobi, picture no way.
No man Kobe.
Who pictures? Who said bed the child, apart from Bontin, who's in pa. Any machines equipped.
Madam will be called Hoko Chab, Mammy, who,
but Mahama said he yes,
former President Mahama, maybe I was making for
my friend who
President Mahama or Kaiba say, and they a couple cry, yeah, Jumana.
And nothing I must see a fan nurse for so Monquay Jumo. Oh, by Robert Pamo, Robert now, say a new operational. At the end, yes, we they are canceling the public doctor near, nurse near, pharmacy near, at your clinic near. Ghana former Buddha per Juma, form could go on when Juma, imagine who say, your new operation. When I call a new operation, I go for He only commissioned it. What commission at the end, Mr. President, for Nipa could go on when Juma. And stop complaining. And that is what I said. I see, from day to commission train, they were supposed to commission every other week. Why? Because 40 are ready. Machines and equipment in normal craft 40 are ready. Just the same machines they fix it. You're gonna no be any fix it. Until the people are we are not commission. We not. So about 40 are ready. Go and commission them and make them operational. And fan check. And fan cotton.
Okay. All right, you, Mate.
Some are ready. I said 22. 40 are ready. Should be ready by now.
Mate, memo them.
I said 22. I said 22. I has been. Your friend said 400. I think it's me to area 22. I say 40 by now should be ready. Mr. President, go ask your minister to look around. Those that are completed. For nurse Fokogo, doctor Fokogo, the pharmacist Fokogo, they won't work. Okay. Dentist.
Mate. Medase, Mamma Isaac Beduan Ponsam Remono Yabono, regional treasurer for the NDC. Isaac.
Yes.
The NPP president was the true state of the nation. If he said the sinking fund no kind, he wasn't being accurate. Or much say there is not just one sinking fund. Dr. Kabiru Mahama, a former aide to the former Vice President Dinko Mocho, said there are other funds. Omodisika Bebreguma President Enim say a bikra in the millions of the dollars. No one can. And a former deputy finance minister Trish said President also boss to say real GDP growth rate in 2024 was 6.3%. Our industry nearly did by 10.4%. I say primary balance positive 0.4% against negative 1.4% or more inherited, which was in 2016. Also, total revenue exceeded its target by 3.3%. I mean, almost purchase the wage and the president and find to guarantee.
But you say, President, okay, say naka for how much dollars?
$64,000.
$64,000. A date, that's at what date? That was after they paid. Don't say people try back one Sunday echo. They try we no Zikana Kakamuno. I don't know what called that was somewhere in September.
Really?
But as of today, he cannot as president.
As of today, they are in Ejuma. Also, you have 2 years and I know.
And I make a figure no go 2 years was as of September. You go 3 years last bond you know. The cow mono, I don't know what quote. But about 2 years, no, the time I know it wasn't that figure.
Martin Medase, Isaac, Gramby.
Korim Dasi.
Oh, Mr. President.
Me ne o kasa no pay. I say me started with me chrome. Factory and na sisi ho a em say eguye.
Yeah.
Ana enye adwuma me ka ho asem. Na the fact of the matter is papa na adwuma ne ne dia no. Omo yesen kom besom na nka omo dia one district one factory ni bi. The challenges ama papa no face here no. No was all back out.
And na factory order that.
Factory oh
be na enye adwuma.
Na ye adwuma ana omo yesen ba besom just like moratorium na omo person omo dey support to in terms of tax waiver and this and but on the record and yet tomatoes na nkwa na ye be produce and ye produce here raw material in the form of raw material and the factory no could do something so no a cost of production high cost of production any taxes are na a doso na ontimi ntua and the factory no could do bia na edru intermediate me feel say amamu asesa wa hye yem bo say factory no anya hwekra na fa nipa kakra na omo ye adwuma wo sampetemu ho na bo hye a wa hye ni say osan ebe revamp factory no na ode ama omanfo mo ho anya adwuma aye kwadwo yentimi enditro enchire Ghana for. That's the difference between NDC led by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and MPP which was also led by Nana Danko Akufo-Addo. Out of the opposition. You see, when you lie and lie, one day the truth will be revealed. Now we want to try to now I expose you. And I say, we did throw backwa. We did throw baby. We cannot cry. You are free to go. Na ya papa Fred Owari can't tell me say, and you no Caribbean yeka. So you be say, what bet na
marry wade.
Oh marry wade. What bet na ha. Na oko baby no anadwo. Na you be say na wo he na ka tell say na wo da ofi. Me wa anye ofi na wo da. One day bibi be si a ebe ka say nufi ho bi ba ho say bi anko de bibi bra oba na onyi ho na wo hefa anase obi be hia wo obi be hia wo ba bia wo ko ye no obi be hia wo na waka no kura kire wo say aha na me hia wo edase date say you see
you should quote me well what I said was
ubu omo
da fie be me da e dey na me ye
wanka
man kan trust na me ni fie
so wanka de oye ya de oye no ehun sunsanso be ba kina
we ba no be nyem
but what I say ehun sunsanso be ba kina you see say ye buman a omamuo ti say wan kasa wa establish your business now running business e was say anytime bia no enu na business bia no at the end of the year you prepare what we call the financial statement to know the position the financial position of the business and on be informing management of the business say direction we na yenko direction we na yenko obi wo ho a obeka se me ntoka e wo me business no ba ka obehan within the year no a chance nka otoka nka maintenance cost obey nti se wo no wo fi se o nka no krenchire Ghana fo a how would you be informed as to the direction and say okọ in terms of say ubuman no nti no credit e ya de ba ko a se ubuman a e wo se obi a wo contribute to of which Ghana fo nyina ye stakeholders e wo amamu na ye bu no. Until you need to tell Ghanaians the truth from the one over so akofinamu say oh sai na obi lead Ghana no e was say o kind of creature Ghana for until we are never ready. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is never ready so obeka nyoma enim in terms of the state of the nation e dey actually Ghana for you beka no kre e na dey actually Ghana for near when state ayi wom say ye move forward no saying na direction be na o say yeko until ye nyina ye nim baby anana Danko Akufo-Addo dia ba bedu
but and now bisa say it's also kind of crash Ghana for about the state I didn't know we pick and choose
we are not picking and choose ye ko ye nyina ye nim say ye ja sinking fund $270 million e was sinking fund no but what I say oba do abeto us sinking fund no ja e ho no and say can no about $64,000
and I say he's not being truthful
That is the state. That is the balance.
Society 6 billion a bond, a DDP bondholders and
is it from the sinking fund? Is it from the sinking fund?
So
if it is from the sinking fund, for the period now you pay as any period that you generate another revenue, that is the balance. But what is the mechanism? So when we are moving on as a state, as a nation, now you ja enyoma in this state, edema or minor. Is it wrong? Is it wrong?
You from sinking fund, now I say we empty. Until empty account, no one can use the code to us. I did it, you
know. Sinking fund, just like you are saying, you know. I want to say it was created by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. But what I say, Heritage Fund was created by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. So he knows what goes into it. But what I say, Sir Sika Muja DDEP, who created that DDEP?
That's not a question.
Who created it?
That is
not
the Meanwhile, you were able to raise within that account, pick money. I know several billions.
6 billion.
6 billion. Sika account to one.
Let me try. Yeah, Charlie.
Okuta phone. Wait to me. I have notes in Nankawabo. You see, so yet the minor bedroom pempenswa. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Am I the state of the nation? Onja biu and on for being kahun. That is the true state. What is here? Is it true? Say even NSS, National Service Secretariat, loot akoso ohwana. Is it true?
How can the president be doing propaganda?
True, sir.
How can the president be doing propaganda with NSS?
Active personnel,
sir. That will be a 81 million goes to Mr. President.
Who's all casa no more? Inti man no so kind of flow.
Because say NSS about nipa 98,000 and a active members are omo National Service Secretariat. A personnel are we square you every month. However, yet the nipa be 180,000. Dine the co say you allowance a mom.
Okay.
But what I say every month.
Now also say when say number near sign.
98,000.
Okay. But omo the send the
omo the 180,000.
But
living a ghost names of 81,000.
Sami no kabomo
but what I say
and
oh, 98,000.
President M. Let's stay with the President Kano. I'll say 80,000. Let's stay with the President Kano. I'll say 80,000.
It's 81,000. You did say 180,000. Every 98,000. What can I say?
98 from
180,000. Every 98,000.
Well, I got 180.
That is the active membership. Active personnel say you tell Moka 98,000. But what I say?
Accountant.
Me say ote 98,000 every 180,000. Eka saying
62. Right?
Do your calculation.
180 minus 98. And I answer now.
180,000.
Yes.
Yes. So if you do the deduction. If you do the deduction, you see
90, 9 plus 9, 18 to 180. There's all kinds of 80. 90. Yeah, try Mokola. It's
more than that.
It's more than that. 17 minus. Okay, 8.
It's 81,000.
82.
Say big actually. I'm not coming here to lie on any figure.
But let's take with my president.
So if you are even sticking on what the president said, 80,000.
You are saying your president lied. Yours is the truth.
No, I'm saying
yours is the truth. The president lied.
Chairman, approximating the figures.
Until they will count.
Chairman, so if I'm giving you per the alleged figure now, the call for payment, any what is left, you say it goes names are, they call for payment. No, then you could see say you try to 700 Ghana cedis and 715 Ghana cedis, as it has been approved, say in Pia Caribbeana. We are wasting a lot of money, about 58 million Ghana cedis every month.
this money say the support to agenda 111 na nke you see dan na wie somebody's pocket is full of this amount of money.
Oh, Ghana.
But what I say? So if we are doing this to ourselves, now President Bejan or cancer no can we are. What say that is not the true state. Now or the abo gunedu animu or catch say medu and abo. Masa, that is what you have done to the IMF. And IMF is furious now. Because figures na near the IMF now, yeah, portray said that is the true figure. And they have come to the realization say that wasn't the true figures. But what I say? Now Osana Chiautua, if you tell people, say, Ahana me walk, okay, this is my situation. I'm in debt, me will problem. People will come with ideas to support you. But they don't even accept, say, Yema will be fan agreement boy. They don't accept it. Because Yeko Senchi, say, Ye Nima Montin, every one for some no support you. But Mamo is participatory. Democracy is about bringing people who have the knowledge. Because you see to Chrome Kwejina. And then I will say, you're president in Yansan Utrim. Yansan Yantim Utrim. Kokwanansi, Amamo. And even I do Kokwanansi could do. Not what I say. So we'll bring people who have the knowledge, the capacity to support this government to move on. We will never lie. We will tell Ghanaians the truth. So that obi or one chain, na so one nimdie, or akwenya no so obebo omana, or the same nimdie no akwenya na abebo omana. And that is John Dramani Mahama, what he stands for. But what I say, he is the Nkrumah in our time. Because we share in your mind is John Dramani Mahama, a year before he lost the election. Anywhere but no more you can tell, you see, Kwame Nkrumah started here no obu mine and ye nyina so obu mine no. And you see, it's like ye nyina you say amamu na obu no enye papa. And that is why they didn't do what you do no. Kwame Nkrumah any opportunity to come and rule Ghana again. Say be say aboni dimbiu. Owu ye. Me what I say. But this is our timer. Obi a ne nimdie ne nyansa ne nyoma wo ye nyina te say nkoma. Wakọ asayaba. And we are going to see changes, big transformation, big reset of Ghana agenda. Whatever they are doing, you know, we within this period for the 6 months away, we will let Ghanaians know what we have met. Okay. And it's not about say lament, but we have to let them know so that we proceed from there.
Thank you very much, Chairman.
Big. This government, as we are seeing today, doesn't think big. Things in Kitten. Wakach no go bon Kitten. Also a sloganeering. And then Obai or say agenda 111 is sloganeering. And two by then or single go bon Kitten and go Kitten project. And now or say the second one there and also
you always want me to refer and then answer questions.
So Nemo Bekanya no be new when the vision is big and you give to drink people, they will rubbish it. How can you say agenda 111 no esusudodo adults no Nemo can think how this can call your friend is saying a cheap compound and call your cheap compounds and we cheap compound what was you order
Chairman but I mean, Kokon Kete does not necessarily mean so be arguing Kete.
No. Vision. I spoke about vision earlier on.
Yes.
Obiso Pesosi Hospital. I bet take district work shakas here. Also by us a cheap compound. I think all this kind of cheap compound. Near the Kusin Krasi. Obia in the vision. And the market and
say no interest any panadrin.
Ideas. I mean idea in the chair.
Idea no nyadrin.
And so I did Hunketenkete. And a bit more this was doing Yakasiakasi. A Kufuado was thinking big.
Yeah.
A Kufuado saw a bigger vision. Would the old buyer was in Kabi as Ube Chasso? Would the number missing for a PPP? Nemum, a Bamako Pesicali acquire a cheap compound. Let me come to cheap compound by any. Your nurse, your clinic is your.
Don't know any mama can cheap compound when.
Okay,
when.
The Mama Palocasa won't you?
Okay, what can you say?
Ella, member. Now, I was talking about the figures he quoted. Say Ghana, a sinking fund. The sinking fund, no. Osisi Kenim, that's what me koyi. Osisi Kenim, 46,000.
64,000.
64,000 and dollars in the womb. Meanwhile, what me koyi 6 billion free account to them. Papa, we were truthful. Me come almost say, I didn't make us. Papa didn't draw. How can you sika account to a win? Account that 64,000 of them. What me koyi 6 billion free. The figure the account as date buying on who's a 6 billion. No. Okoyi 6 billion free muna access
64,000.
The date no Okoyi 66 billion free mu and a 64. Now say that time when Kufuado the last payment tomu year no. And now a figure no worker. Because who was asking in a guna Okoyi free mu and cut the same amount. Mr. President, yeah, be truthful to us a little. And see, say the people of Ghana, in fact, when we didn't trust them, and also because someone any no question, I feel very insulted because I think, sir, you think I am not there. I don't know about you, but because who's your fugu? As you know, what book I say, there's a person who me kwasa. Mimi who's your fugu? No, because them say what book about time. There's a many answer be wrong with me. And when you do this, it doesn't help. Be truthful going forward. Be truthful going forward. And the Ghana phone and Ghanaians will follow you. But when you do or and no kind of say now who did what?
Medase, me banner to us on mom. And Saturday, young concussion a game park, omo DNA, sika kranom dash on bottom, and the Yanko results no, you buy better as on